Jess Flicks with Jesse. Been a minute. I apologize. I'm coming back with a review for a movie that I wanted to do a while back. Just haven't been able to get to it, but I'm not going to miss an opportunity to talk about this one because it's kind of important. Godzilla minus one. Um, where do I start with this one? I'm not going to start rattling off a bunch of nonsense about, well, not nonsense, but who made the movie, who's in it, and that's mostly because I'm not going to try pronouncing people's names that I can't pronounce and insulting them and embarrassing myself. Um, but really important movie, I think. I'm going to get to the reason why it's important anyway to me in a second here. I'm just going to give you a quick. I'm not going to give you like the breakdown of the movie and shit like that. That's not what I'm here for. I'll just mention some highlights, what I think about it. So, badass movie. For a character in a series that's been around since 1954 to have a new movie come out that is it still managed to like actually surprise me a lot. I love them all, the cheesy ones, the American versions, even the '98 version. I was it's easy to look back and laugh, but when it came out, it was still really exciting, especially the build up to it. Not justifying that movie in any way, shape, or form. Just saying I like them all. The new series from Legendary that we've got it's been fun. Some definitely better than others. I still really enjoy it though. But this one it's right up there with the original in my opinion. Very much. I mean, it's heavy, which is really cool. Shin Godzilla came out. I guess it's been a few years back now, several years back. Was very dark and it was very different, and I dig it because of that. It wasn't my favorite by any means, but it was very. I credit them for doing something different. I'm gonna do reviews. I'm gonna do a Godzilla series. I swear to God, but boy, that's an undertaking. But we'll get to it anyway. But yeah, the first legendary Godzilla that we got was that 2014, I think. I thought it was really good. It had a very serious tone. I know a lot of people think it was slow and not very action packed and what have you. And I fair enough. But I really enjoyed it. It did. It reminded me again of the kind of somber dark tone and the slow build that we had in the original. This one really nails it. Um, as far as just bringing it back to first of all, Godzilla's not a good guy, which is cool, and it's dark, it's sad, and they nailed something. And I think they probably did it better than the original did. I'm sure they did actually, and they made you care about the characters. And I know that other reviews will tell you the same thing. I have to throw my agreement with that. It is key to the movie being as good as it is. You care about all the characters in this one, especially the mains, um, and that just gives it so much more weight. And then when Godzilla shows up, it's horrifying. You're not, it's I love Godzilla, but every time he's coming on screen or you feel that he's coming, into the scene, whatever, you're worried. I mean, I was. I mean, maybe you weren't. I don't know. I shouldn't say you're worried, but I was concerned. Um, you don't want anything bad to happen to these people, and even in Japan at the time, because this is like right after they're recovering from the bombs, and so they're just it's like a gut punch after a gut punch for them to go through, and the way they handled Godzilla was really well done. The design's very cool, especially, and I mean it's been out for a minute, so possible light spoilers here, but you have a run-in with Godzilla earlier on in the movie where he's not full on Godzilla. It's like a pre-radioactive Godzilla, and he's horrifying. It's a really cool scene. It's really well done. It's scary. It's really cool. Um, then just I mean the way it goes on, the way they do things, we are so familiar with this character, and they still manage to present him in a way that I think really just really drives it home. you know, how horrifying something like that would be. So I'm going to get on now. This is just me kind of rambling about, you know, gushing over the movie. I really did enjoy it. I really thought it was well made. Just good. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. Um, so here's my why it's important thing. Hollywood, get your shit together. Okay, this movie cost 15 million. I've heard reports saying, or read things saying it was even less than that. $15 million, which to you and me is that's a lot of money. But for a movie like this, a period piece, giant monster movie for $15 million, I think the new Halloweens that we had come out, the Blumhouse Halloweens, were like 30 million dollars, something like that. I mean, they made their money. It's, you know, who am I to criticize? But and you see all this, you know, the garbage we've got coming out now, and I'm gonna say garbage. Don't care. Come at me. Defend this trash. It's not good. You got. I mean, I'll just bring up two recent ones because it's funny and they're fresh in my mind. The Marvels and Madam Web. I'm not gonna watch them. I'll tell you that now. Like I won't go see them. I know they're trash. Marvel's gone down the hole. I'm excited for Deadpool and Wolverine. I think that might be a saving grace for them. But they're spending hundreds of $1,000,000 on. Well, I guess okay, Madam Web wasn't Marvel, it's Sony, but you know what I'm saying. We're spending money on, or we're not, but they're spending all this money for what? You know, to do it. I guess. I love seeing. To call a $15 million movie a small movie, but I guess it is, do so well. And it did well because it's good. That's it. It wasn't big names. It wasn't, I don't know. There's no agendas. There's none of this garbage that we see in so many movies nowadays. And I mean, you can have a message in a movie without having an agenda. There's a difference. Okay. I'm just tired of all of it, frankly. This was a shot in the arm. This was something that gave me hope again. And it's from Japan. Kudos. Good for them. Okay. Hopefully, people are going to take notice of that. I'm sure not all of them will, but I mean, at least there's going to be some people out there that are going to be like, you know, maybe we should just make a good movie. Maybe we don't need to blow a shitload. Well, we don't have to pay an actor $30 million to be in a movie. Because frankly, I'm at that point, I'm kind of tired of that crap too. Who are you? I don't care. I mean, I remember back in the day when that meant something because they actually drew people in, but now it's just whatever. Get a good actor. You know what I mean? Give somebody a chance. Yeah, there's certain people I really do like actor-wise still, but there's just so many that are got their heads up their asses and smelling their own farts, thinking they're the greatest shit in the world. You're an actor. You know, you're very lucky to do what you do. Just make good movies. I don't care. Get your head out of the clouds. Nobody's worth that. Okay? And like I said, this needs to be the shot in the arm for Hollywood. I really hope. Make your $100 million movies. That's fine. Make them good. You know, there was a time. You know, it wasn't even that long ago when they could do it and make their money. But I don't know. I'm not in the business, but I've been watching movies for a long time. I've been reading movie news and about production and all that stuff. I'm always into that behind the scenes things. But just for the love of God, make good movies. You don't have to and that's like I love horror movies. Not why I love them, but it's great because they're usually very cheap. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to think of some recent ones that just came out. I mean, even like ones I don't really care for, but you know, the Conjuring movies or Insidious and stuff like that. I mean, I like some of them. I'm not knocking that franchise, but they aren't super expensive movies. They almost always make a big profit or a decent profit, right? They wouldn't keep making them otherwise because they're not breaking the bank. You know what I mean? They start putting out something fun, at least maybe, or I don't know. Just rambling a little bit here, kind of venting. I haven't done a video in a while, so I got a lot pent up inside. Point in case, okay, if you haven't seen Godzilla, Jesus Christ, Godzilla -1, I highly recommend checking it out. It's out of theaters, I think, right now, and I don't think it's streaming or on anything physical yet. So we're kind of in the weird limbo state, but mark it down. Hopefully, if you're watching this, because I kind of spouted, I didn't really say a lot, spoiler-wise. But yeah, please, give it a shot. Let me know if you have seen it. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what you think about people blowing way too much money on movies that people don't want to see. You know, yeah, make better movies, guys. You know, if anybody happens to be watching this that gives a shit, make a better movie. Um, if you're a filmmaker, you're a young filmmaker, something like that happens to be watching this, do what you want. Make a fun movie. You don't have to, just pick up your camera and do it. But make something good. So anyway, that's all I got for that. I'm going to try and keep it short. I probably dragged it out a little bit too long. I know it was a bit rambly. I apologize. Sort of. I got my point across and I meant what I said. Until next time, guys, please, if you liked the video, please hit the like button. If not, leave me a nasty comment. That's fine too. Consider subscribing. And yeah, we'll have something new up pretty quick here. We got some more catching up to do. So take care.